everyone, welcome to another episode of the Retro series where we're looking at classic football management games of the 80s right up to the 90s and beyond. And today we're looking at the second game featured Gary Lineker, one of England's best ever international strikers, who was also famous for never being booked. Bet you didn't know that. Anyway, Gary Lineker's HotShot was done by Gremlin Graphics, a well-known software company, and it's released in 1988, available on the 48128K, 2 players, featured various functions and controls like the cursor interface and caps and joystick. Now, I will explain that when I do the game that I actually used the joystick for this game, and the joystick actually worked using my Xbox controller, so that's a rarity, but I will explain that more in the actual game itself. But anyway, it was also released on Amiga, Amstrad, Atari ST and Commodore 64. Not very good reviews, as you can see, 57.8% of 7 reviews. We will look at one of the reviews from Crash Magazine in a minute. There was 3 games in the series actually, Superstar Soccer, Super Skills and Hotshot. We're not going to be doing an episode of Super Skills because it didn't really work for me, and it would be very boring for you guys watching it as well. Super Skills was basically like Dave Thompson's Olympic Challenge. You're just doing some weight training, press ups and stuff like that, and some football skills, but not really much. But anyway, this is Hotshot. We will now look at one of the reviews. So we'll just go to Crash Magazine, and here we go. This is Crash Magazine 1988, 64% overall. Gary Lineker's HotShot allows you to control any of the 16 national sides. However, this isn't the World Cup. The teams are a league of 4 divisions. 2 players also play a friendly, while other options allow game time and such and that. Matches are shown from directly overhead, a huge pitch scrolling to follow the ball. As in most football simulators, you control the nearest player to the ball. If none of your players are on screen, arrow shows the direction. Yeah, as you can see, when I do the football highlights, it was very difficult trying to find your players. What did let's just see some bit more of the review here. Match graphics are surprisingly colourful, although as a result the scrolling of the pitch is jerky, but generally good presentation. A wide range of options selected. We listen to a lively 128K tune. The music's actually quite decent. The bad news is, despite its fine appearance, Gary Lineker HotShot loses out on playabilities. The pitch is far too large, making passing very difficult. Yep, definitely. The only way of knowing the position of players is by watching a tiny radar screen, and it is tiny, but at least we get a radar screen. The biggest flaw is where the game time continues even when the ball is dead. Yep, that's true. So even when the ball's, they're waiting for the corner kick and the goal kick, the timer keeps going. Another problem that is the computer teams aren't very intelligent and therefore easy to beat. Well, I still lost. What did Mark say? I can't say that I've been over impressed with Gremlin products of late, but does in a small way redressing the balance. Graphically, the game is good with a bird's eye view of little players fronting around the pitch, following each other like crazy. This is one thing which did annoy me a bit. You only get a lousy free kick after being fouled. Despite a few flaws, Gary Lineker HotShot is worthy of consideration. 64% general rating, technically sound but simplistic soccer simulator. And yeah, it's got a very nice theme tune, very good little theme tune, which is very catchy, which we will play you literally right now. So we're now in the game of Gary Lineker's HotShots, and it took me a while to figure out how to actually use the game, because again, these are one of the games that the keyboards are not very user friendly. In fact, the actual keyboard that you use, the QA, QL, enter, which is a good keyboard layout for the game, when every time I press the A key, which is to go up, the game kind of crashed to this menu screen. So I then had to figure out how to play the game without keys. And in this case, I tried using my Xbox controller, and it actually did work with a few little alterations on my emulator. But anyway, that's enough from that. Let's just go through this game. There's not really much to see, to be perfectly honest with you. You go to the options in instructions, and it tells you what's going on in this game. So you set team one to team of your choice. You can choose countries, you can do team names, and then set game time and player control required. And then basically that's it. There's not much more options on this. The lower the division, the because it's split into various divisions of countries, then the easier the opposition is, basically. So it's four divisions, Division 1 to Division 4, and so obviously we'd be playing Division 4. Now, it took me a while to figure out, for instance, even to get out of this screen. So the actual keyboard interface isn't the best, I'm afraid. I'm just going to try to get out of this menu. It's not actually letting me. So you can see what I mean by the keyboard interface is not the most user friendly. Oh, there we go. So here we go, team two, team one. You can select any team you want. So for instance, there's the team colors, which is really good, little good thing there. So you can be any team you want to be. So West Germany, Denmark, Spain, Italy, Poland, and then you can choose your opposition if you want to. Uruguay spelt wrong. Let's be Brazil, even though I definitely won't show any Brazil skills. So you press S, you can change your game time here to 90 minutes if you want. We just do 10 minutes. And then I'm going to select Sinclair as my control choice because that's the only thing that seems to be working on my emulator at the moment. And then you can select your division, and so we will go to Division 4, space to view, and there's England down there with France, Wales and Spain, and then just press space again. But we're in Brazil, so whereabouts are we? So it'll be interesting to see who we're going against. And then you can play one player or two player, and yeah, we'll start the game. So I will put this game sound back on, and then we'll go straight to the game. Again, it's not really much to see. The actual match screen itself works, but with the color clash of the spectrum, again, this is a 128K version of the game. There's still that the famous Sinclair Spectrum color clash, which is clear to see on here, but I'm sure people can have fun on this game. So we'll start the game anyway, and then hopefully it will work. So we're against the Netherlands. So we're in yellow, so you can see the yellow head, which means it's us. So I'm hoping and the red is the Netherlands. So I'm trying to find the players. That's the whole point of this game. When you start off with, it's trying to find where your players is because it actually works quite a fast speed. There's me trying to tackle the player in red. There's me. I'm on the ball now. So I'm just gonna. Oh, that was meant to be a pass. That didn't work. So the actual screen lay is actually pretty decent. The actual presentation of the screen. The clash isn't as bad as other games, but the goalie's going to try. What's the goalie doing? As he kicks the ball out. There's not so much clash on here compared to other games, but there is still a little bit of clash. But one of the advantages I think of this game, there we go. One of the advantages of this game is that you've got the pitch screen down there, so I can actually figure out where my players are. But another a disadvantage to this game is that the ball seems to have a mind of its own half the time. Again, I'm not a massive fan of these games. Oops. So I'm trying to kick the ball to the right, left there, and the ball just decided to go to the right, and they're actually on the attack now. So, oh, the goalies are useless as well. I must add. So, a goal has been scored. They've scored their goal, but the actual presentation on the screen is quite decent. I think the pitch could have been bigger, if I have to be really picky. But you've got a little referee there icon going on there, so that's good. But I think if you stuck with the game, you would probably like this. This is a very fast game. This is normal speed, by the way. It's only 5 minute a half, but again, those 5 minutes are very quick. So it's not really 5 minutes. I don't know, 10 minute game. I suppose that's 10 minutes as in both. No, it would be 5 minutes, but that was definitely not 5 minutes. Oh, that's that was a great shot by them. So you can see I'm clearly struggling in this. At least my Xbox controller is actually working on this game, which makes a nice change. Oh, we've actually got a corner. So, what would I say about Gary Lineker's HotShot. I think if you spent a lot of time playing this, I think you might enjoy it. It's a bit too fast for my liking. The actual presentation of the players and the graphics is decent. There's not that much clash. There's a little bit of clash at times. There's some nice touches, like you can see the whole pitch. There's a screenshot of the whole pitch, so you can actually pass to people. But the problem is the game. It's very, yeah. They scored again. It's not brilliant. It's a little bit too fast for my liking as well, but that's mainly because I'm probably quite an old guy now. So maybe when I was a kid, I probably would keep up with this. But oops, and the ball again seems to have its own control. Like, half the time, I'm just trying to find where my players are. Like for instance, just there, I had the ball and I was trying to turn right with the ball, but the ball decided to stay where it was. My player turned right without the ball, which is very frustrating. Oh. But yeah, there's not much more I can say about this. Again, the presentation is decent. It's a lot better than, for instance, Micro Pro Soccer and various other games you've seen already in the series. This presentation is actually quite decent, but other than that, I think it's not that brilliant. Let's continue the challenge. Oh, let's just show you a bit with the sound on. There's not much sound. I just remembered that we played a game with actually no game sound. There is actually some game sound to this. So we're just going to briefly play the game with sound just to show you what there's not much of it around. Oops, again, I'm trying to turn the ball and the ball just decides not to come with me. Yeah, you can hear the odd dun-dun noise there. That's me with the ball. Oops, that could be an own goal if I kicked the ball the wrong direction and it literally looped over to the goalie. But that's me. I think I'm against. Looks like it's Italy I'm against. I'm charging the ball down with this other player. Oh no, they beat me to it. Yeah, blue must be Italy. Can't think of any other nations who really play in blue. Oh, good tackle there by me. Oh, again, trying to kick the ball to a teammate, but I can't even find any I can't even find any players. There we go. There's the goal screen. So yeah, if you had time, if you had patience, you'd probably like this game. Me, I don't like it, but the presentation is decent, and it's got a decent theme tune as well. I think the other Gary Lineker game that we featured, Superstar Soccer, is miles better than this. I actually enjoy playing that. But yeah, this is a good alternative if you're good at these type of sensible soccer type games, then I think you will enjoy this. But me, myself, not really. But anyway, that is Gary Lineker's HotShots. Let me know what you think about this game. If you enjoyed this episode, then thank you very much. Stay tuned for another episode. We're near the end of the series though, so we are running out of the football games anyway. And then we'll move over to other sports games. Ooh, I'm actually having a rare shot on goal. But that's Gary Lineker's HotShots for you again. Thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't subbed already, then please do. Don't saying goodbye. Bye bye. What are your thoughts about this game? Please let me know in the comments. Many thanks for watching this video. Greatly appreciated. If you like this channel, please send me a like or subscribe.